Hey guys, I guess I wasn't expecting to do another video from FF16 anytime soon, but we got a shadow drop for the new DLC. Well, at least part 1. Part 2 doesn't come out until spring of next year. So, cool. I actually wasn't even expecting a DLC, at least this early. So, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do here is just do some boss fights, or do the boss fights like the major boss fights or something like that, and then just kind of do like a thoughts video. It's not very long. I'm going to talk over the cutscenes so that way you don't feel like I'm spoiling anything. Or maybe I just cut them out. I don't know.
Well, look who it is.
Yeah, I'll just talk over the cutscenes. It's no big deal. At least then that way I can kind of say a little bit more about the DLC. At least in this one. I might cut out the other ones. But, you know, if you want to hear the talking, well, play it for yourself. Because, yeah, it's not a very long DLC. It's a pretty short one. I think it took me about 3 hours or something like that. I was playing this on my New Game Plus profile. So I was on Final Fantasy difficulty.
Warning.
And yeah, I would say it was pretty challenging. I like the new bosses. I like this new location. Yeah, I might just go in a little bit more depth about it. Oh no! Actually, I'll just talk about it in this one. Screw it, I could probably fit all my thoughts in this video anyways. So yeah, I really like the location. The boss fights were amazing. The boss fights were actually kind of difficult compared to like the main game. At least for me. Maybe it might have been a little bit rusty too. Because like I had been taking a break since I got the platinum trophy on this one. So, but yeah, I found I died probably the most to the final boss. Yeah, because that one was actually really fun. Plus the boss music, oh, it was so good. Particularly the second phase, but you'll listen to that when I get to it. I think I might actually be quiet during that and just let that one play out during that fight. Yeah, what else do I want to say? Like, I do like it that it's just straight up main quest. There's no side quest. That was like my biggest complaint in like the main game was the side quests were all fetch questy. Some of them were good, but then a lot of them were just kind of pretty nonsensical, I think, to the plot. So I do like it that this was just like just a straight up main plot, you know, which did have some pretty interesting lore implications, I guess. They might tie into the next DLC possibly. Or it might have been a while because I was trying to remember some of it too. And yes, you do know I do have like the ultimate weapon right now. So even with the ultimate weapon, I was still getting my butt kicked. Just a little bit. So yeah. I also liked, they added like 6 new pieces of gear. There might have been more, but I picked up like 6 of like the legendary kind of ones. The legendary colored ones. They were yellow. And they all did some like really interesting things. I think it was probably like the best gear that they handed out. So it seemed like the developers kind of took a little bit of the feedback, whereas like equipment seemed kind of nonsensical and stuff like that. Yeah, you can see me. I'm just kind of burning through potions right now. But yeah, it was a challenge. I do like that. I do like that. So hopefully in the next one, like they add even more of a challenge, I guess. I want to get my butt kicked, so I do want to get my butt kicked. I know I have everybody else on their secondary costumes but Clive. I did like his. I don't know. I guess I kind of wanted to just use his base one. His base outfit while I was doing this DLC. It's at least they didn't have any like new basic enemies. All the enemies were kind of the bosses. I think they were kind of saving the new basic enemies in part 2 of this DLC. Because I've seen the screenshots. They definitely had some new enemies in the next DLC, the Leviathan one. You also get to use Leviathan. I saw that in a screenshot too. So no spoilers there. It's already been spoiled. What else do I want to talk about in the DLC? Oh yeah, I guess in order to access it, I'll just let people know in case they may be having trouble and they're watching this. They're like, how'd you access the DLC? You gotta do you have to do the 2 side quests for Jill and Joshua. Which, if you don't have the quest for Joshua, which will be if there's a will, yeah, that would be the quest name. Just go do Yote's quest. She's in the infirmary and stuff when they pop up. So you go and do that quest. They're pretty short. They're mostly like just little character things that allow you to like help them tag along with you. But that's only for like new players. Someone who's probably already done all the side quests, and you've probably already done them, so you don't even need to know. Then yeah, you do Joshua's side quest, and then it will open up Jill's, and then you do Jill's, and then they're both with you, and then you will get the prompt that'll tell you like. On this file, I actually didn't even do all the side quests because I kind of skipped them. I skipped them so that I could go and just kind of burn through the main story, because all I really needed to do was just beat the game on Final Fantasy difficulty to get the platinum. So I wasn't doing like the side quests because I didn't need to. I already did them on like my first playthrough, so I had to go and run through those real quick. So it took me a little bit longer to actually access the DLC. I'm trying to think. I don't know, it's kind of crazy how this tower looks when you get there though, because like you see it from far away and it just looks like this straight up pillar and stuff. You don't see like the bottom of it, at least in like the first area when they're talking about the tower. And look at these attacks. They're just straight up turning it like they're just taking all their Final Fantasy 14 stuff and just adding it into the game. Because I know that some of the bosses actually had those kinds of attacks in the base game, but it was kind of nice to see them using like the FF14 raid boss designs. They're like, hey, we're just gonna bullet hell ya or something like that, and then like it's kind of cool. I don't know. I kind of dig it, to be honest, because it gives like the enemies like a really strong attack, and you just kind of like they're easily telegraphed and stuff, you know. So it's a strong attack. If you're not paying attention, you know, you can get burned down pretty fast. Yeah, so I'm kind of nice at this drop. Sorry, not nice. Kind of glad this dropped. Kind of gave me something to record, if only for a little while. If only for a little while. Because maybe, I don't know, maybe try to do a no-hit run in this game. It might be hard. I think it's possible. Might be crazy. I've never done like a no-hit run. I've been wanting it. Probably if I did a no-hit run, I'd probably do it in Resident Evil first. But I've been trying to debate on which Final Fantasy I wanted to play next, to kind of figure out some kind of challenge or something to do. But you know, I'm just thinking out loud here. What else do I want to talk about with the DLC? There really wasn't much to say about it. It was like, you know, it was short, it was sweet. I liked it. I digged it for, you know, for what it was. It wasn't like nonsensical. There wasn't like any filler stuff in there. They kept it short. They kept it sweet. I guess you could say it was kind of like one of those Final Fantasy 14 mid patches or something like that, like mid expansion patches or something, where they add just like a little bit more story to the game, add new equipment, kind of new stuff for people to do, you know, while you're waiting for the next expansion. At least that's what it kind of feels like. Because it feels like the next one's going to be the really big one. It's supposed to have like a new area. Because I was like, they have a season pass. I guess you could call it a season pass. But it's like one where you can buy both the DLCs at a discounted price. And if I'm guessing, it's probably like just $5 less. So this one was $10. So I'm assuming that the next one is going to be 20. Because altogether that would make it 30. Because you can buy the expansion pass for like $25 if you buy them both together. I bought it separately because I don't mind it. It's whatever. I wasn't gonna spend 25 on it already, just in case this one wasn't as good. Then I would have been like, all right, that way I wouldn't. That way I would just skip on the second one. But yes, it was a pretty solid, pretty solid. You get a new weapon at the end of it too. You get a new weapon. You also get the Buster Sword. So that's pretty cool. There's like a new music track that you can use for your hideaway. I think there might have been some other things too. I'm pretty sure I got everything. I don't know. So yeah. Let's think that's really all I gotta say about the DLC. Really cool. Look at all that experience. Jesus. 2,200,000. 200,000. 2,200,000 XP. I know that's how much XP. Like, I'm not even max level, I think, which I think is level 99. I think I ended up like 96 at the end of this thing. But yeah, I think I probably am just gonna end off the video here. I kept in the first cutscene just to kind of, I guess, talk about it a little bit. So there's not really much for me to say about it now. I'll just end off the video here. So yeah, look forward to the other boss fights of this DLC, and then I will see you guys in whatever video I do next. Alright, take it easy, guys. Oh, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe too if you like what you see, so you can kind of get, and hit the little bell if you want to get notified of my videos when they drop. So yeah, see you guys.